Welcome back to Dog Turds into Diamonds. Here we are with AFC Rushden and Diamonds, and as you can see, we have had a really good start to life in the Championship. And today we have a big double header. First of all, a local derby against League 2 Oxford in the FA Cup, and then we will be taking on Sunderland, who are currently 4th in the Championship table. Let's get into it and let's talk about everything that has been going on in the first few months of the season. Yes, welcome back everybody to Dog Turds into Diamonds. We are here turning Dog Turds into Diamonds with AFC Rushden and Diamonds. And we are currently 7th in the Championship table. You're probably thinking that is absolutely fantastic for your debut season. But the truth is the wheels have kind of come off in the last 3 games. Before that, we were kind of fighting it out right at the top. So we have had a little bit of a bad run, and we have got to try and recover starting today. And if you look at that table there, you can actually see that Birmingham City, who finished 2nd in League One behind us last season, they are doing really, really well. If they win their game in hand, or even if they draw their game in hand, they will be top of the table. So they are really pushing for back-to-back promotions. But we are not doing badly. And that is largely due to Harry Brady. The Sheffield United loanee is having an incredible season. He has got 13 in 13 in the Championship, 14 in 15 in all competitions, and he has been improving incredibly. The Australian international looks absolutely fantastic. I had my doubts about him in pre-season, but he has just blown me away. He is playing like the Championship version of Erling Haaland. Just nobody can stop the 6'5" man. Absolutely incredible. How much more can he improve at 22? I'm hoping he can have another couple of seasons where he can really explode. Really maybe become a top-end Championship striker or even a Premier League striker. If we can keep hold of him during that time, I mean, we could really benefit from it. He has been absolutely incredible. He has been the main reason that we are where we are in the table. Absolutely awesome. Our best average rating, our highest goal scorer, most man of the match awards. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. Now, as I said, it's only these last 3 games that have really tripped us up. We've been doing really, really well this season. And that is because we have had a number of injuries to key players in the last few weeks. And it just seems to have just caught up with us in the last 3 games, which is frustrating because they were 3 home games as well. But if we go back and we look at, obviously we were last here for Millwall away in our opening game. And then when did we come back after that? We came back for Norwich and West Brom, didn't we? So since then we have drawn 3, won 3, lost 2 and drawn another. So it's been a bit up and down, but we have been competing really, really well. And obviously it's only that game against Preston and then Burnley. Those are our only 2 defeats in the league all season. So we were unbeaten, I think, in 13 league games, 12 league games before going into those matches. Very, very frustrating. We drew 2-2 with Tranmere, and we were really unlucky here. It was another one of these games where we were up. It was an almost injury time equaliser from Tranmere. They only had 2 shots on goal the entire game. They got a 2-2 draw out of it. I really feel like we were FM'd here. Harry Brady with 2 goals, McNeil and then Stevenson heading in a corner in the 88th minute. Very, very annoying. Tranmere are bottom of the table, really struggling. And you can see from the stats, we really should have won this. They had a 0.65 XG. Yeah, a frustrating one. It should have been another 3 points. what can you say? There's nothing more I can tell you there. We then drew away with Blackburn, a 1-1 draw, a good result against one of the teams up towards the top of the table. Blackburn were certainly the better team here. Harry Brady scored an absolute screamer in the 27th minute before they equalised. And yeah, looking at the way Kakiao, Chapman and Wilson played, they really didn't create enough, didn't get hold of the game. And we've probably got to be pleased at getting out of there with a draw, to be honest. And then another draw, another team going for it at the top of the table, Stoke City, and another one here that we probably should have got the 3 points. They equalised in the 81st minute. They had a 0.46 XG. You can see, really, we have been very, very unlucky. It was actually a pretty close game, pretty tight game. There weren't many highlights in this one. Brady uncharacteristically had a poor game up front for us. Moreno has been struggling a little bit in midfield. It's kind of showing now that he's really, he's much more of a League One midfielder rather than a Championship midfielder. The midfield is certainly where we need to improve. Now, we recovered after that with an amazing 5-1 win over Derby County. Just without question, our best performance of the season. Kennedy came in for his first start of the season. 3 assists for him. And I think he scored a goal here as well. He has been looking really, really good. The left midfielder, he looks a really good addition. He's you can see he's been improving a little bit in training and with the games. I don't think we're going to get much more out of him at 26 years old. I think he is what he is now, but with his pace, the dribbling ability, and that little bit of creativity that he has, the good decisions that he makes, he looks a decent addition to the squad. Vata, you can see, played number 10, had a very good game. Yeah, just a really, really good performance against Derby County, and we followed that up with a very satisfying 3-1 win away at Swansea. Another brilliant performance. You can see we're now really starting to put teams to the sword, scoring some goals. Pakula got his first goal for AFC Rushden and Diamonds in this game. 2 more for Harry Brady. Wilson was a creative force. Just a brilliant performance, and it really pleased me to see that Chukwuma, the man who has turned us down on a loan move from Tottenham a couple of times now, he scored Swansea's goal. He's got 7 in 15 for Swansea this season. Maybe he's regretting a little bit not coming to us. Maybe we can get him next season. He's certainly going to be one of my targets for the future, no doubt about that. But yeah, a really nice performance here. Dreyer came in at right back because Louise has been injured. Saunders came in at left back because Jones has been injured. And that is kind of the story of where things have started to go wrong. We've started to pick up an awful lot of injuries. We beat Wigan 1-0 away. This was a 91st minute Josh Kennedy free kick to win it. You can see a very close, closed game. We probably couldn't have complained if it had finished in a draw. We did get the result, which was very nice. Yeah, it's just one of those performances, a little bit like last season in League One, where we just dug out the result from a close game, which was very, very pleasing. And unfortunately, that was the last time we won a game. We then took on Preston North End at home. As you can see, we were FM'd again. We completely dominated the game. We lost 2-1 from 3 shots on target against us in the 59th and then the 88th minute for Preston. RXG 1.74. Yeah, very, very annoying. We had Nolan and Apaya playing centre-back in this game. That is because our captain, Callum Simpson, is currently injured. Pakula had to play left-back because Saunders and Jones were both injured. So it really weakened us in defence. yeah, it was a very, very frustrating result. They played with the number 10. We also played with a number 10, so it meant that Savage for them didn't have a natural marker in the game. Wilson didn't have a natural marker in the game. I thought our quality would shine through, and looking at the stats, it did. But in the end, they came back from a goal down after Harry Brady had once again put us ahead. And they won it in the 88th minute. In the 59th minute, Pugh equalised from a mistake from Igor Luiz. I bought on Ufi Dreyer for Luiz, and Dreyer had a nightmare. And then, they won it right at the death. Very, very annoying way to lose our first game of the season. We could, I think, have gone second place in the table had we won that. So I was kind of going all out to win it. I was throwing caution to the wind. Yeah, frustrating. We then lost at home to Burnley. We were completely played off the park here. We were outclassed by one of the teams. I think Burnley came down from the Premier League a couple of seasons ago. Yeah, it was just a step too far. I rotated the team here. We had a lot of players missing. Harry Brady, currently injured. Johnson came in and played a 5.9 up front. Kakiao had a poor game. Vata played at number 10 for Wilson, who was tired, was kind of average. Little came into the midfield, had a nightmare as well. Malicia also came in. I was resting Baker. Yeah, I made a lot of changes, and it just did not work at all for us. We were played off the park, and Pakula was sent off in the 82nd minute as well. So, yeah, that was a little bit more acceptable. I made a lot of changes. We had injuries, and we played a good team who were very, very comfortable against us. We were well beaten. So 2 defeats in a row. We then took on Brentford, who are another one of the teams going for promotion at the moment. It was another poor performance. Brentford was certainly the better team. They had the lion's share of the possession. They had a 2.64 XG, 17 shots at goal. We were very, very poor, and it took a Vata goal, the first goal of Vata's Rushden and Diamonds career, and it was a goal of the season contender. Let's have a look at it right now. So the 84th minute, and Vata, this Scottish ex-Celtic striker, what about that? What a way to get your first goal in front of the home fans. Absolutely vital. You can see we were poor again. Chapman was playing left back. Pakula was suspended. Jones just coming back from injury, didn't get on the field. Saunders still injured. Up front, we were poor. Johnson played a 6.5. Kakiao 6.4. Kennedy 6.5. Nolan at the back had a bit of a nightmare. In the end, I was pleased to get a point out of this game. Couldn't have complained if we had lost 3 on the bounce. So we kind of stopped the rot there, and it brings us into the FA Cup first round away at Oxford United. Did I say Oxford City earlier? I can't remember. We have to play the FA Cup first round. I thought as a championship team we would go straight into the third round, but maybe because we've just been promoted, it doesn't work like that. I don't know. It's a local derby. They are 18th in League 2, so we should be hot favourites, but we are on a bit of a bad run, so they might fancy their chances, of course. And the winner will get a home tie against Cambridge United in the second round. Cambridge United, it would be another local derby, another full house. It would be great to get that game, and it would be another good opportunity to get into the third round once again. Yep. So I want to get through, but I am going to make a couple of changes for today's game. We're hopefully now just getting players back to fitness. We've got an international break after this, so we should have everybody fighting fit to go for the next league game. But for today, Tommy Reed is going to start in goal. He is our cup goalkeeper. I want to make sure he gets his game time. He's just played once in the Carabao Cup away at Southampton, conceded 4. Tommy Reed, our longest serving player now. He's been with us since the National League, and yeah, important to keep him involved. A real legend of the save, the 5'9" wonder. Ufi Dreyer is going to start at right back. That is because Igor Luiz is currently injured. Dreyer is currently unhappy with his playing time. Hopefully, he's played the last game. He came off the bench the game before that. Hopefully, he is going to be happy at starting this FA Cup game, and we can start to get him in a better frame of mind. Pakula is going to be at centre back after his suspension. Brian Nolan, he's a little bit unfit, but he needs to start because we don't have another fit centre back available. Dylan Jones is going to come back for his first game since injury. Now, we had a few weeks back, we had an international break. I ramped up the training. Yeah, I overdid it. A number of players came down injured, and Dylan Jones unfortunately I think he was out for about a month and a half, about 5 weeks. He is coming back for his first game. We have really missed him. One of our best players, one of our most creative players. It's really important to get him back in, and hopefully we can get our league season back on track. Malicio and Eddie Little will play in the midfield. Mario Caciel playing on the right wing to start this game. Rocco Vata will be the number 10. Hopefully he can continue his good form. Josh Kennedy will start on the left wing as an inverted winger. I need him to really get some good form going again. He's a little bit unfit, but so is Chapman. So I'm going with Kennedy. And Johnson, Anthony Johnson, has not been doing well. He scored in his first 2 games. He has since then played 11. No goal for him. Most of those off the bench. I really need him to get some form together. Yeah, with Brady being injured, he has had a few games. He has not performed well, and I need him just to get his confidence up with hopefully a good performance against League 2 opposition today. On the bench, Sanisalo Apaya, who is also a little bit unfit. Saunders has just come back into training, but he is very unfit. He's probably not going to get on. Moreno is unfit. Concannon is on the bench as a number 10 option. Chapman, a little bit unfit, as is Harry Wilson. And I've got all these unfit players on the bench because I've got no one else available. Alex Baker is suspended. Jack Evans, with all the injuries we had, he just started to get a couple of appearances, and he then picked up an injury. He is out for another month, which is very, very frustrating. The Fulham loanee. Igor Luiz is injured. He is out for another week. Simpson, he is out for another 2 weeks. Harry Brady is going to come back into training in a couple of days, but he goes away with the Australian national team, so he is not going to get much of a rest. And then Paul Collins is another backup goalkeeper that we signed. So I've literally got no fit outfield players. We are down to the bare bones, which is why Sanisalo is on the bench for today's game. I don't usually go with a goalkeeper on the bench. So yeah, you can kind of see we have been suffering with the injuries, and that has really contributed to our loss of form in the league. Hopefully when all these players are back and fit, we will be able to start having a real push in the league again. I would love to have another good run and really put ourselves in contention for the second half of the season, but we'll have to see how that goes. First of all, we've got to get past Oxford United in the FA Cup. Let's put the pressure on the players, tell them we should be winning this. Let's face it, if you're a championship team up in the top half of the championship table and you are taking on a League 2 side, you have got to be expecting, especially a side that are 18th in League 2, you have got to be expecting to do well. And we're playing a 4-4-2 formation here. So with our formation, we should be expecting to have the better possession in midfield with our 3 midfielders. Let's see what we can do here. A big local derby game. To be honest, I thought Oxford United might have a full house for this. There's probably about 45-50 minutes between the two clubs. and it's been a little bit of a quiet start. It was 60% possession. We have had the only shots. Let's just encourage the players as we get a corner here. Kennedy swings it in, and Mateus Pekula gets his second goal for the club. A nice header in off the corner, and that calms some nerves. I was thinking that this might be a tough game with the run of form that we've had. Maybe a little bit of low morale, so I'm really pleased to get that early goal. And now Ufi Dreyer putting the throw in. Vata should get across. No, it is a penalty. And it's going to be Vata to take it. With Harry Wilson being on the bench, Vata is our best penalty taker. And he has now got 2 goals in the last 2 games. Hopefully that is a signal of him becoming a real first team regular. I see him as the successor to Harry Wilson in the number 10 role, as Harry Wilson each month really is kind of losing ability at 35 years of age. So if Vata can learn that number 10 position and really make that his own, that would be absolutely fantastic. He's got really good playmaking ability. Kennedy now very tired. I think we might get Chapman on for the second half. We look comfortable in the game. No need to risk the fitness of anybody. Let's tell them I'm pleased. Do you know what? I'm not going to make any changes just yet, but I've got Kennedy and Nolan looking very tired. Those will be the first 2 to come off. As Evans gets a corner for them, heads it over. That would have made it interesting if they'd got an early one back at the start of this half. But hopefully now we can just make sure that we don't give them anything in this game. It's maybe not been a perfect performance. I mean, we have only had 9 shots at goal. Let's get Ellis Chapman on. And let's get Philip Apaya on. Philip Apaya is also unhappy with his playing time at the moment. So let's make Chapman an attacking winger. I've got one more change I can make. I think I'm going to be looking to get Concannon on, who hasn't had much game time so far this season. We'll maybe get Vata off the field. But yeah, I would have liked perhaps a more dominant performance, but it's been very, very comfortable. And we'll just see this highlight before I make my last change. Chapman gets hold of it, but Oxford win it back. We now get it back. Jones finds Johnson. Can he finish? He can. Anthony Johnson really needed that goal. Really pleased for him to get on the score sheet. Hopefully that can kick off some good form in the league for Anthony Johnson, the Nigerian striker, the ex-AC Milan academy product. And that really makes it comfortable now as we go straight into another highlight. I forgot to mention actually that Oxford have Ben House up front. Of course, our ex-striker, the ex-Liverpool man. We thought that maybe he might be able to become a very, very good player. Didn't quite work out for him, but he's doing all right at Oxford United as Anthony Johnson misses a one-on-one there. A good save from the keeper, but can we do anything with the corner? Swung in by Chapman. Nothing comes of it. Can Kakiao get it back in? I think the highlight's probably going to end with that free kick as Joe Rowley gets a yellow card. Let's make our last change. Now, Kakiao is very tired. Do I bring him off or do I bring Rocco Vata off? I think I'm going to bring Kakiao off. Concannon can play that right wing role. Let's make Concannon an advanced playmaker there, and we'll make Rocco Vata. You can see, I mean, he's still learning these roles. Let's make Rocco Vata a shadow striker, just looking to get in beyond for the through balls that Concannon might be able to send in his way. And let's just see if the last 15 minutes there's maybe another goal in this game for us. Just going to praise the players. A good solid performance against lower league opposition. We've looked comfortable. And as I say, with the run of form that we've been on, it really was much needed, this performance and this result. Is there a free kick for Eddie Little here? Hits the post, headed away, and Ben House will get away on the counter-attack, but Little then cuts it out. A good opportunity for 4 there, but I think it looks like it's going to end 3 unless we can grab another one with this highlight here. Great pass from Eddie Little. Vata back to the edge of the box, into Malicio. Eddie Little, nice ball out wide. Cannon finds Dreyer. Can he get the cross in? He can. There's nobody there for it. And you think that is where the game ends. It is a 3-0 win, a decent performance in the end. I'm going to big up the players, try and get the confidence and the morale back up again. Philippa Paya did really well coming off the bench there. That's pleasing. So, yeah, we're into the FA Cup second round, and we will have another local derby at home against Cambridge United. So another great opportunity to make the third round. Pleased with that. And it's another opportunity to give game time to some of the players who have maybe been a little bit frustrated so far this season. So, yeah, really pleased with that. I am now going to go forward. I've got 2 or 3 games to play in the league before we get to the Sunderland match. So, yeah, I will be back very shortly. Let's just have a quick look here at the table. Sunderland, I think, are 4th right now, are they? Yes, they are. They are on 31 points. They are challenging at the top. We have got to win our next few games to really get into that. I think I'm going to do it as a part 2. So this was part 1. Click on the link for part 2. I'm going to go away and play Charlton and Barnsley, and we'll then see how we get on against Charlton. If you've enjoyed the video, click on the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these videos. And I will see you back when you click on the link for part 2.